it's Ange from Ange RNY here. I'm just giving a real quick update. I meant to do it on the other day on January 1st, but my husband and I were actually sitting for a day and just chilling and catching the rest of New Year's Day because we didn't celebrate New Year's this year. We were out on the road. So I know I haven't put out an update since my week 92. It's now week... Did I say week 95? John? It's week 95 for January 1st, so 95 and a half, I guess, because today is the 4th, and I meant to do my video the other day. I did get my weight with the intention of doing a video on the 1st. So, to begin my spiel, I had surgery on March 7th, 2018 at Guelph General Hospital in Guelph, Ontario, Canada, with Dr. Jules Foutain-Long. My highest weight was 343.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 316.4 pounds. And on January 1st, I was 215 pounds. I'm probably a little bit up from there because my husband and I just decided, as, you know, a last kind of like gong show type thing, that, you know, we'd have a bit of a movie night, and we didn't go too overboard, but I did eat things that everybody ate over the Christmas holidays that I did not. So not that that makes it any better, but I did do it. So that's done now. I don't know what the differences between each of the weights are. I don't know where my book was right now to have even recorded it. So, but those were my weights. So pretty much, the last video I had put out that we had just lost our jobs. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video that we had, well, shoot, I can't even remember when I did it. I can't remember if I did it in the morning before we left for the day or if I did it in the afternoon when we came back. But that Wednesday, I think I did it before we left. When my husband and I left to go take our truck back, I actually called another company called Challenger Motor Freight because through Heinemann we had a driver's page on Facebook that was private for all of us drivers to get together and post, you know, funny things or things that were bothering us and such, blah, 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 blah. Well, the day that our company went bankrupt, one of our recruiters actually opened up the page to the public, spent a lot of the day on the phone with various companies, encouraging their recruiters to post on our site to try and snap up as many of us drivers as possible and as much of the office staff as could be taken on as well with other places. From my understanding at this point now, quite a lot of the drivers have found new homes, which is great. A lot of the office staff and the shop workers have or are working on finding new places of employ as well. So I'm hoping that everything is moving really well with everybody now that the new year has come, and because we've had to all deal with this. So anyways, so that being said, that Wednesday I actually called Challenger and spoke to them and set up an appointment on the phone for the next morning for my husband and I to go and do a road test and to do an interview, because, well, even as drivers you have to go in for an interview just so they can, like, kind of like a meet and greet, and so they can get to know you, and you fill out a lot of the paperwork, and, you know, some people will get you to fill out the application when you're there, and just get the ball rolling, and they kind of fast-tracked it for us as well, so, which was great. They'd have had us in that Wednesday, but they only had one spot available for a road test, and we needed two. As you can see, my husband in the background. Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
So yeah, so pretty much we went in, we did our road tests, and then so pretty much from when they hire, there's like a 2-week grace period where they gather like all the pertinent paperwork, and you go for a drug test. Sometimes you'll go for a drug and alcohol test, depends on the company, at what they require right up front. Challenger required a drug test and a medical, which was fine. We both passed, no problem. We actually got a call back that Thursday when we got home, literally at 5 o'clock, from the nurse at the drug test center saying that both my husband and I were great for our medical. And then, sorry, there's going to be a bit of a cut in the video because I pressed my volume button and finished the previous video. So anyways, to continue on, because I really don't want to redo the whole entire video all over again. Sorry, I had to change my duty status. So pretty much that would have put us at the 23rd for the start date, but being that Christmas is obviously 2 days later, and considering the circumstances with how we ended up losing our jobs at Hyman and everything like that. Oh, no, that's not nice. Okay, so never mind, I just won't do that. Pretty much they decided to fast track us and start us on the following Monday, which was the 16th of December.
Good night, honey.
Night, baby.
Good night, you guys rock.
Basically, they fast tracked us. We just had to, she had to send the offer letter for the 23rd, and then I just had to be like, well, we'd prefer that we do it on this day, start this day and whatever to get around it. Oh, sorry, honey, I need that light for a minute.
I was almost naked.
Hey, now. That's not true, but okay. So we started on the 16th with a conditional hire because being that it was Thursday, it takes 48 to 72 hours for the drug test results to come back. So it was conditional upon drug test results returning. They'll do a criminal record check and they'll do like a CVOR and everything like that. Some companies require that you bring them when you go and start. Some don't. Some will actually do it for you. So it was great. They also said because of the circumstances with Celadon going bankrupt that they would go on Tinder. Go see Dad. Go. Sorry. That they would honor our stat holiday pay, which was awesome because they obviously did not have to do that. So it was just amazing that they did. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's our top shelf. And I need to do laundry right now, so but that'll be later today. So pretty much we did our 3 days of orientation. We climbed in the truck. We stayed an extra night in the hotel too, which they agreed to pay for, which they technically did not have to, but they did anyways, which was amazing. We climbed into our truck on Thursday and completed a bunch of the other stuff that we had to do on Thursday. We had to go, being that we're in Canada, and being that we're with Challenger now, we pull for Canada Post, and one of the requirements of Canada Post is that they have to do a background check on you, so you have to go in and get your fingerprints taken and everything like that and whatnot before they will allow you to pull for them with no questions asked, right? So we did that. We went and got our stuff from my brother-in-law's because we had been in Cambridge for the last 4 days. Climbed into the truck with our stuff later on Thursday night, and then Friday spent the day doing laundry, finishing all the different paperwork things that we had to do, and getting the truck situated. And Friday night we left with our first load, and I think we did 6,600 miles or so in our first week. because being that it's Christmas, a lot of drivers go home, and so there was pretty much a skeleton crew, and we were part of that. And yeah, so they just kept running us back and forth across the country. It was great. Sorry. We received our first pay yesterday. So yeah, so everything has really looked up with that. So now it's time, now that well, I've been trying. So if you're keto, just in case you don't know, because I didn't pay attention to it, don't drink Dayquil and don't drink NyQuil, because it has high fructose corn syrup in it, because I stupidly don't pay attention to the ingredients. And so when we climbed back into the truck, I tried to get myself back into ketosis, and I couldn't understand why it wasn't working, because I was eating the applicable things that, you know, I need for me to be in ketosis, that I prefer to eat, whatever. And I kept having all the muscle joints and muscle and joint aches and pains and inflammation, and just, it was horrible, and feeling really dragged out and really crappy. I thought I was sick, which, well, and I was, like, I had some of a cold, which was why I was taking those things in the first place. But then I find out that those have that in it, and I was like, oh no wonder why I feel so bad, like worse than I really technically should. So they went in the garbage. And it'll be going back to Buckley's mixture, because we used to take that all the time, or just taking day and night pills where we need to. And yeah, so while I don't have a resolution for the new year, like a lot of people will do, I am determined that, even though I'm almost 2 years out, that I am going to do my best to get the rest of the weight off of me. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, obviously. But I am going to put forth an effort to do so. I still have about 50 or 60 pounds to lose. So, I mean, if I get there, I get there. At the very least, something I've continued to say is I'd like to get out of the obese category, because I'm still in obese 1. And I know that a lot of people don't necessarily put stock in BMI, but and I don't necessarily put stock in the BMI, but I don't like that I'm still in the, just that word obese, just, no. I don't want it. Don't want it even applied to me whatsoever anymore. So I'm going to work on that, because I've seen 201 at my lowest so far. I know that I can at least lose another 14 pounds. I'm going to do my best to lose more than that. And yeah, so here's to the new job and new year and moving forward. And yeah, so that's pretty much me. I'll piece these 2 movies together, since I put the split in them, and get them online, and that's my week 95 update. So I will, I don't think I'm going to do my monthly. I haven't done them for a while, but I'll come to you guys next week with an update, see if I've maybe gotten lower than 215, who knows. And yeah, so have a great week, well, rest of the week, and everybody take care, and I hope that the new year is already treating each and every one of you very well. Thank you. Bye.